What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to my Let's Play of WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain. It is November, heading towards Survivor Series, and we're in Memphis, Tennessee. Just spent some time beating up Edge. I am now the corporate slug, as I have joined forces with Vince McMahon, and here we are, Mr. McMahon, and it's Slug, with his Get the F Out shirt. And we just whooped the crap out of Edge yesterday, so I have a feeling it's going to be a turbulent night tonight. Here we are in the ring. Who could possibly challenge us? Who? Before you is one of the greatest superstars in our company. And I want to tell you all how strong and talented he is. Yeah, grapefruits. His opponent for tonight will be Rico. Sure. I'll fight Rico. What? This match should be better than the match last Sunday, haha. This is just cruel, King. Just cruel. Is there anyone backstage? Nope. And I have a singles match with no stipulations against Rico. Welcome to Thursday. We are here on this fine Thursday to talk wrestling, but cross arm breaker, first of all. But the amount of wrestling news is pretty thin, although there is one story, and you guys know that I don't sit here on this show and talk about anything besides video games and wrestling, and certainly I don't sit here and talk politics. But sometimes, and it seems certainly lately, whoa, the Rico kick. Wrestling and politics have kind of intertwined a little bit, considering who our next president is going to be. And that being said, he has announced his cabinet pick for the Small Business Administration, and that is none other than Linda McMahon. So obviously, you know I have to discuss that a little bit here. I will try to keep it short. But honestly, I have a bit of beef with that, because of, a pretty simple reason. What fucking experience does she have? She was on the Board of Education in Connecticut, right? She had 2 failed runs in the Senate, or for the Senate. Didn't get in. That must have cost Vince like $100 million, some shit like that. Some insane number. And that's basically it. Now, what they're saying, or at least what the press, is saying, what the byline is, and this is where it really just fucking irritates the shit out of me, is that, she helped grow a 13-person company into a global brand with more than 800 employees. Now, if you don't follow wrestling, perhaps that sounds alright. Perhaps that sounds like, oh wow, they really, she would have experience helping run a small business, alright? Number one, Vince Jr., which is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, bought the WWF, or I guess, at that point it was rebranded already, to the WWF in 1983, right? At that point, in 83, they were already selling out the Garden, right? What small business sells out the most famous arena in the world? Come on now, right? Now, if you want to get to the point where, alright, she didn't take over as the president of WWF until 1993, at which point you would already had the big wrestling boom of the 80s, and it was already a huge company. The only way that you can classify WWF at the time as a small business with 13 employees is because you classify all of your talent, all of your wrestlers, as independent contractors and not full-time employees. That's so fucking disingenuous bullshit. Like, the only reason that Linda was offered anything was because she donated multiple millions and millions of dollars to the Trump campaign. That's the only reason. It is literally pay to play, and that shit bugs the crap out of me. She does not have the small business experience to be in charge of small business administration. It's hogwash, it's garbage. Vince bought that company from his dad and from Gorilla Monsoon and Scotland, and then went on to control all the other territories with his very aggressive tactics. But in no way does any company who is already selling out Madison Square Garden qualify as a small business. That's bullshit. Anyway, the only thing I have to wonder now is the timing of this announcement, or the timing of this pick, is that John Cena is on SNL Saturday. And certainly, SNL is going to rip on Trump, as they do, because they're SNL. So, will they bring up the Linda thing on Saturday? That's what I'm curious about. Look who it is. It's Kurt! Alright, I guess I'm in a feud with Kurt Angle now. And look at Slug running. I mean, I beat him for his US Championship. I'm not that scared. I'm just, taking a breather. It's fine. What a coward. Why is Kurt coming out to aid Rico? That's a weird pairing, but sure, why not? I didn't get any superstar points for beating up Rico? Really? Is he not a competitor on SmackDown, or was he only a manager at this point? I actually don't know. My memory of this era is blurry at best. Anyway, next up, Rebellion in Manchester, England, part of the UK tour. Who will attack me over here on the UK tour? I have to know. Last time it was Mysterio, and the time before that it was either Kane or Tajiri. I think both. Who will it be now that I'm not on the Raw brand anymore? Kurt, we heard you have a major announcement for tonight. Coachman? Fuck you, Coachman. Yeah, I have something to tell all these chaps out here. Oh man, you're playing to the hometown crowd. That's just pandering. Right here in Manchester. Tonight you will see a great champion at work, the US champion. And a challenger, let's see. Will it be the Cruiserweight champion? Myself? Slug, you! I will give you a chance to challenge me, and the US championship will be on the line. Kurt, I tapped you out last time, I'm pretty sure. A match has been made. I'm going to win the UK fans have to be pumped about seeing the US champion in action. What? Sometimes this game makes very little sense. And there's nobody backstage to talk to. It's just bumming me out. Anyway, start the match. We also have Batista defending the World Heavyweight title against Ric Flair. Anyhow, I think I've said... Wow, that was a weird spot. I think I've said my piece on Linda McMahon and her actual, not, her inexperience in terms of what she has been nominated for a cabinet position because she paid several $1 million. And as Ted DiBiase would tell you, everybody has a price. Somebody's gonna pay. So yeah, that's kind of my here and whys on that. So if you ever hear anybody trying to tell you that she has that experience, you're like, wait, what? No. Anyone who actually follows wrestling would tell you that no, that's not the case. That's kind of bullshit. So anyway, there's really no other wrestling news right now today for anything that I've seen it anyway. I could be wrong. Certainly news could break while I am recording this, or after, between recording it and this show airing, which happens from time to time, where it's like, alright, well, if news breaks at 4:30, this is recorded at 10 in the morning, so, sorry, can't help you there. I'll discuss it tomorrow, whatever else, so, there's that. So yeah, this is going to be very, hopefully, a short dissection of Kurt Angle with the same move over and over again, which is the slug lock, and work on the legs, and that is literally my only goal here. Ding! Is to work... Oh, he reversed that. Holy shit. Nope. One good turn. Really? One good turn. Really? Jeez, Kurt. Why so serious? One good turn deserves another. The slug lock being applied. Speaking of which, this is supposed to be in the 2K17 new moves pack. Which, when the fuck is that coming out? Does anybody know? Because I haven't seen any news on that yet, and I haven't looked at 2K this week, so I wouldn't actually know. But I would hope. I think it the moveset leaked out or something. So that's why I know that this move's in here. And certainly, when I go back to 2K, as soon as I finish this playthrough, I keep saying that over and over again, is when I will hopefully put that move on my guy in 2K17, and he will have... That is what he will have learned from time traveling, is he will have picked up a submission maneuver in the slug lock, and that'll be cool. But, again, that's when I finish this. And, like, do the math. I am in November here, and this goes until Mania, which is like, you know, March, April. And I've been pretty much chugging through almost a month of shows every day. So, not quite. It's, you know, occasionally it's 3, but I've been trying to chug through like a month of shows each day. So it shouldn't be that many more days before I finish this, hopefully as world champion. But hey, I'll settle for US champion, to be honest. As long as I don't get the fucking... As long as I don't get the Coachman ending, that's all I care about. If I get that, fuck this game forever. Seriously. But otherwise, let's see if we can make Kurt Angle tap out. Maybe one more after this. Or you should do it. You tapped, Kurt. I win your belt. Bye-bye. The world's most dangerous slug is your winner and new United States champion. So Cruiserweight and US. World Heavyweight, which is you, Brock. I'm coming for you next. Woo! It's true. It's damn true. You shouldn't have put that belt on the line. Now watch them immediately put me in a variety of Fatal 4-Way Battle Royal bullshit and make me lose it immediately, because that's probably what's going to happen. And Batista retains. 2 points for beating Kurt. We're at 85 now. Hell to the yes. Unfortunately, I need 50 experience to get my guy to the next, you know, rank up on that stuff. It's all getting very expensive. Anyway, it is your world champion. It is your SmackDown champion, who apparently is not happy that I beat up Kurt Angle. I share the same feeling as Kurt. Alright, I guess he's anti-authority at this point. I can't stand you either, boy. Uh-huh. But if I run into either one of you, it's an F5. I'm gonna kick both of your asses. Let's do this! Well, I suppose that gives us beef with Brock Lesnar, which, you know, ideally you don't want, but I wonder if I am still heavily involved in a storyline, and if Steph would give me a title shot. Nope, heavily involved in a storyline. What a waste. But hey, if the storyline gets me a world title shot, then, you know, fine by me. Why am I fighting Chavo again? Seriously. Like, there are plenty of guys on this roster. Why? Like, I'm not going to complain too much because, you know, it's easy experience. And, you know, that's certainly a thing I could use, is easy experience. But just, why? What is the obsession with having me fight Chavo? I don't understand that part of it. But, you know, if I gotta make him tap out once again to the slug lock. Now, I did miss yesterday. I totally glossed over the fact that Chavo totally did the salt shaker to me, like, immediately in that match. So, you know, I had seen that in the comments. I'm like, wait, what, he did? And I watched it back, and yeah, he totally did. He totally gave me the salt shaker. I'm like, you motherfucker. Steal my damn move. That's not cool. Not cool, Chavo. Chavito. I don't appreciate that. I'm gonna make your ass tap out to the slug lock once again. And hopefully I will never, ever fight your dumbass again, because I'm getting fucking tired of it. Because you're not a challenge, Chavo. Like, I'll fight Kurt, you know, I'll fight Taker. Those are actual, like, legitimate challenges. Whereas Chavo Guerrero, not so much. Rico. At least Rico is different. Like, I hadn't fought him before, so that's, you know, I always appreciate when it's different. But at a certain point, you start feeling like you're in 2K17 fighting the same guy over and over and over, much like 2K16 was, where, you know, the variety in the career mode is not usually the strong suit, even though you have a gigantic, ginormous roster. Bye, Chavo. Attack him. What's that? He's going to leave, but he's not quite done with Chavo just yet. Now, the attack thing, I'm pretty sure depends on your overall I'm not sure if it's superstar points or if it's your stats, but I haven't had time to memorize all the other characters' points or stats to know whether or not attacking them would work. Because if their stats are higher, then the attack fails, and that's no fun. Things are getting a bit complicated around here. Not just Lesnar, but Kurt is getting involved in my business. I see your problem, Daddy. What? Uh-oh. I have a good idea. Please don't be a triple threat. Please don't be a triple threat. I know exactly how to handle this situation. My husband, Triple H. Okay, tell me. Put all of them in one match and have the title be, I don't know. I just said please don't be a triple threat. If they're all in the same match, they'll have to fight each other as well. Yeah, I know how a triple threat works, Steph. I'm aware. This way, it'll be a lot easier. I see what you're saying. Well then, it must be a Battle Royal match. Who's the fourth? Who's the Taker? As a matter of fact, I have another idea in mind. Will it be Hell in a Cell? It's called, Elimination Chamber. 86, baby! And we'll end our show today in Manchester, New Hampshire. And see how things go. Stephanie McMahon. She looks pretty confident tonight. She is the GM, JR. She should be. I feel good tonight because I have an extraordinary announcement to make. There will be a title shot at Survivor Series. The contestants will be Eddie, Taker, Kurt, Lesnar, Chavo, and attackslug. And last but not least, Slug. I made a perfect match to fit this pay-per-view. It's called the Elimination Chamber, and we're having it at Survivor Series because it didn't have its own pay-per-view yet, I think. I forget. Yup, 36 feet in diameter, 60 feet in height, and over 10 tons of solid steel. The way it works is, yeah, I know how the chamber works, Steph. I'm good. No, I'm good. You don't have to explain it. You really don't. You really, really don't. I get how it works. We've been there. We've done that. The sole survivor wins the match. And I'm pretty sure last time there was a chamber match that I did in the last go-round, I won that belt from Triple H for like 5 minutes and then lost to Batista, who is still the world champion. So it will be the most talked about match in the history of this industry. I thought this was Bischoff's idea? I forget. This is my brilliant idea. You hear that, King? It's called the Elimination Chamber. It will definitely be survival of the fittest. This ghoulish structure, will appear in front of us at Survivor Series. Meanwhile, what's happening here on SmackDown? There is nobody backstage. Holy shit. Do I have a match on this card? If not, I'm fighting Kurt Angle. And I'm fighting Undertaker. Oh, shit, man. Really? So I'm fighting Taker for the US title, and I'm fighting Kurt just in a regular match, and that's kind of fucked up. Alright. Making me work double duty here. That's kind of not cool. Not cool, Steph. But if I can tap out both Taker and Kurt on the same night, sure. I mean, I guess that works. It might take a little longer than tapping out Chavo, but, you know, do what I can with what I have. And, there was a tooltip that said, hey, your submission meter, the points that you put into submission determine how many seconds you can do submissions for. I thought that was actually an interesting way to handle that. So, if your submission rating is 7, then you can have them in a submission for 7 seconds. And if you can mash the buttons really fast, 7 seconds, ideally, you know, should be more than enough to tap somebody out in this game. But I could be wrong. I could have misread that or misunderstood that. But, you know, my only goal here is to just tap the fuck out of Taker ASAP and then do the same thing to Kurt Angle, which I already just did today. But hey, you know, when you do a bunch of shows in the same day, that's kind of how things end up going. I'm going to have a fucking sore arm from doing this button mashing bullshit, but, you know, is what it is. Is what it fucking is. So I might actually just, you know, skip past some discussion here to cut to the finish because otherwise this is going to be way too long of a video. So, jump cut! And we tap out the dead man and retain the US title Let's do the same thing to Kurt Angle. I have certainly proved that I can beat Kurt Angle, so there's no need for you guys to watch me beat him again in the same episode, you know, with no real other discussion. So again, I will jump cut to the end of this match, kind of, you know, win, lose, or draw, as I will just pretty much be locking on the slug lock over and over, which is what I did to Taker, and eventually he submitted. But so far, this Kurt match is not going my way. It's not going my way. So anyway, jump cut. See you in a second. Not quite. Not quite. Give up. There you go, Kurt. You tapped out once more. Twice in the same day. And that, my friends, gives me enough experience to get one more notch on something in my stat sheet. Gives me 2 more superstar points. And brings us to the next show, which is the go-home show for Survivor Series. So tomorrow we're going to have SmackDown in Ohio, and tomorrow we will have the Chamber match at Survivor Series. Stay tuned for that. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel, and I'm out.